Here we're asked to solve a quadratic that's already equal to 0, but notice we have fractional coefficients. Whenever you have an equation, you can always clear the fractions by simply multiplying both sides of the equation by the LCD. Okay, in this case, if we multiply both sides by 12, we should be able to clear the fractions. On the right side, 0 times 12 is just 0. But here, when I distribute the 12, 12 times 1/2 is 6x squared. 12 times negative 1/12 is minus 1x. And then 12 times negative 1/6 is minus 2. Okay, so by multiplying both sides by the LCD, notice no more fractions. Again, be careful, that only works for equations. Now it's going to be much easier to factor the resulting trinomial. Okay, so here we have to put some thought into the coefficients. 6 will be able to break up as 1 times 6 or 2 times 3, and 2 looks like there's only one choice, 1 times 2. We want our middle term to be negative 1x, so it looks like we should use 2 and 3, 1 and 2, because that'll give us a 4 and a 3. 4 and 3 in some weird way adds up to 1. Okay, so after putting in a little bit of thought into those coefficients, let's break up 6x squared as 2x times 3x. Now we know what we're after already, so let's break up 2, but put the 2 over here and the 1 there. Okay, so that gives me a 4x and a 3x. 4x and 3x adds up to negative 1x if the 4 is negative and the 3 is positive. Okay, so the middle term will be negative 1x, but how about the end term? Positive 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, so it looks good. Be sure to spend some time on the factoring step. That's where most folks make errors. Once you have it factored correctly, then set each factor equal to 0. You're almost home free. Okay, so 3x minus 2 equals 0, and then solve each one of these linears separately. So 2x equals negative 1, x equals negative 1/2. Okay, so 3x adding 2 to both sides equals 2. X equals, dividing by 3, 2/3. Okay, so my solutions here are negative 1/2 and 2/3. Okay, so what you can do here when you have fractional coefficients is multiply both sides by the LCD, and then you'll have integer coefficients. Solve like normal. It's much easier to factor polynomials with integer coefficients than fractional coefficients.